Hey guys, I just wanted to share my skin routine.
Shut your fucking mouth!
No problem, John.
Shut the fuck up, you cunt! Shut it!
I came to laugh at you.
Where the fuck are you? Huh? It's Chopper Reed here. Now it occurred to me there might be kiddies watching, yeah? Hello, kiddies. Fucking hello. Hello.
Fucking how the fuck we doing, boys and
Hello.
girls? Good to see you all. Thank you for coming out to what is the third to last episode of this season. We only got 2 more weeks to go, Mike. Only 2 more fucking weeks to go. Real quick though, we did push the stream back by 24 hours for Mother's Day. So I hope you all had a great Mother's Day if you go and do that type of stuff. I know Mike was talking. He said he had the best Mother's Day he's ever experienced in his entire life, ever since coming out as a woman. So it was his
it's
first
wonderful. I love being a mother. It's hell, they're talking about giving me Woman of the Year, and I haven't even been a woman for 6 months.
Because that's just proof that men are better at everything.
Men are so good at being anything that they could be better women than women.
Exactly.
Listen, I mean, I would argue there's probably more ladyboy sites than there are sites about women.
I reckon you're probably right. In fact, the reason why Disparu can't make it tonight is definitely not because this is just a bad time of the week for him. It's because he's investigating Mike's claim. And of course, Lady Gravemaster, who is totally not just slammed at work at the moment, has to support Disparu with this research in order to get, when you go and see 2 different doctors to make sure that shit's right, they're working together to prove Mike's claim there.
She said it was incredibly important. Yeah.
Yes, this is. Oh, dude, that reminds me. I went back and watched a little bit of last week's with all the sex stuff.
Yeah.
There was a part where I'm going on and on, and we're like 20 minutes into this whole thing. I'm going on and on and on about it. Lady Gravemaster's going, "Oh God, oh no!" And then as that's going on, Mike, all you say is, "This is really important." That's
I mean, listen, we figured out the secret to Halo. That I think it's sex. It's always been sex.
It's always been sex. Oh, but how are you doing, sir?
Dude, I'm doing good, man. Glad to be here. It's Monday where I'm at, and Monday's kind of, always pretty munted, but it's, hey.
Yeah. I notice you use words like munted and minging pretty often now.
Yeah, I do it on, it's become my new vocabulary. It's
nice.
Nice. Probably not nice. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this, but.
Is it confusing your friends?
Not yet. I haven't used it around people in public because I haven't really been around people in public recently. But when I emerge, they're gonna be like, "Munted? What's that?" And I'm like,
"You're fucking minging."
Yeah, you know what it is, your dog.
Yeah, Gronk. All right, let's get the chat open, see who's up in here. We're gonna be talking about Halo episode 7, and yep, it's a Quan episode. Let's fucking go.
Fucking Quan.
Oh my God. First things first, stunning and brave Megatron, who's been a member for 2 months. Thank you very much, Megatron. Yeah. He says, Master Cheeks is thicker than a bowl of oatmeal. Huh? Okay. And then Boss Hog says, hashtag, what the fuck does this one say? Oh my God, it's all. Hashtag no blabs, no peace. Ban Mike.
Sounds like a freaking simp right there.
Well,
I'm trying to get rid of the men so you can stare at a woman. I mean, there's a lot of women on the internet. We've just established this too. Boss Hog, if you want to go stare at something, just pull up one of those sites in another tab.
Yeah, you might run into Disparu doing some research over there as well. We're going to say hi to the chat, but we're going to talk a little bit about Pablo Schreiber, the cunts of wanker.
Yeah, he's
Mud Crab's here. Last time I turned up for one of these, Lethal didn't turn up. I rocked up just 24 hours late. How you doing, Mud Crab?
Yeah.
The emotionally unstable amphibian, that name is God tier. Good to see you.
So freaking good.
The star better be awake. I am awake. Mara's here as well. Lethal's awake. Don't worry. Thank you very much, Mara. Doritos. Hello, Doritos, sir. Good to see you. Sergeant Herbs. Better be a Jameson and coffee. No, tonight it's just a can of Johnny Walker that my friend gave me when I dropped him off home the other night.
Yeah.
Trey's here. Hello, Trey. How you doing, sir? Have I missed anyone? My boy Metal Log. I'm here for the pain of my friends.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. It means a lot.
Science fiction audio books. Brightest Day. What's up, Brightest Day? How you been? My boy Mr. Insanity. Good to see you, sir. Let's go. Let's get this shit show begin. What the fuck is this little fucking mic, really? Boss
Hog, I don't know what your problem is, but listen, if you want to 1v1 me, mate.
There you go. Every time Boss Hog says something I don't like, I just accuse him of being a Linden alt. And yes, well, happy MILF Day. Happy MILF Day.
I'm going to be honest. The way he talks, I was pretty convinced it was a Linden alt. I was like, that's got to be Linden. There's no way.
Oh. They're both fucking munted. Mozza is here. Hi, Mozza. How you doing?
I'm still really disappointed in Mozza.
Yeah, but what particularly?
Specifically him losing his 1v1 to Cowman.
Well,
it's pretty bad. You go up 7 kills on somebody, you know, you don't. He was at 13. He only needed 2 more.
Especially on a first to 15 as well. And hopefully he doesn't dodge this week's Minging with Mozza again, because I've downloaded the stream to go over the footage. Jay Hailstorm. Is that what day it is? Fucking hell, Jay Hailstorm. My boy Red Gaze. Good morning, Professor Lethal. There you go.
My goodness. Boom.
Have I missed anybody? Sonato, based on the video game Quan, feelings involved.
That's actually really fucking good. That's actually pretty fucking
That's
good.
Not bad. Did you just come up with that then? Or have you been sitting on that going, oh, I can't wait?
You just fucking wait till I show him what I got.
Matthew, hail Matthew, good to see you, sir. The great Skirmitar is here. Yeah, Gronk, hello Skirmitar. Dan Blackroad, Mozza likes men. He also likes to smell good for men.
Yes.
Mr. Tex, Johnny Walker in a can. What the fuck? Yeah, premix.
I don't know what any of that means, but it sounds like a good time.
A premix is a can that's already mixed for you.
Mixed of what? Alcohol?
And Coke, yeah.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah. Monkey Jeebus. Hello, Monkey Jeebus. And I think I've caught up with the chat. All right. Now, I was talking a little bit with Mike about this before we went live. This Pablo Schreiber guy, man, the dude that plays Master Cheeks, he's a bit of a fucking douchebag. So this came out about this episode that just passed. Halos. Now, I can't pronounce this guy's name. The dude that plays Soren. Better watch out for this cat in season 2. One of the Halo MVPs. Soren and Chief have a lot of unfinished business. So he's already starting to promote season 2 because season 2 is already happening.
Yep.
I still think this show's going to be 3 seasons all up before they even start to think about ending it. But then, Cheeks, sorry, had a bit of a fucking dickhead moment. Now, this happens quite often with him. We got this dude called Master Chief against K-pop. You know, whatever. I won't be watching season 2 at all. Don't worry. Fair enough. Perfect. You can focus on eradicating K-pop. I'll be over here saving humanity. Motherfucker, you ain't Chief. You're Cheeks.
Cheeks.
He always does this thing where he tries to respond as Chief. And it just doesn't land because you ain't Chief.
No.
Steve Downs is Chief.
Yes.
You're Cheeks.
Hell, even the guy that did in Halo Forward Unto Dawn is more Chief than this guy is Chief.
Yep, I respect him as a Chief. Absolutely. Now, Pablo Schreiber, you go through his Twitter, man. You see a lot of this type of shit. I've done streams where we just sit down and watch this guy's interviews. He's a bit of a douchebag. Well, maybe he's not a douchebag, but when it comes to the Halo show, he's a bit of a fucking douchebag. I think he's just very sensitive. Maybe he knows the show's trash. Yeah. And he's just trying to defend himself as best as possible. I think the best thing he would have been able to do in this situation is just not respond. So, yeah, keep in mind there was that fucking K-pop guy. So K-pop tweets at him like a day later or some shit. If Schreiber Pablo beats me in Halo 1v1, he's basically doing a Mozza, fucking 1v1 me. I'll take back everything bad I ever said about this show. A very Xbox Live thing to say. 1v1 me in Halo, you fucking dog. Young man, that's not how this thing works. Chief wouldn't back down. You don't insult your way into a play date. We're not in kindergarten anymore. Well, at least I'm not. And I love his response. Just say you're scared.
I love that he gave the like yawn emoji too. Like this guy, that's actually really fucking good. Yeah.
Schreiber, bit of a fuckwit. Man. I don't know why this guy hasn't been called out as much as he has been, but is what it is. So anyway,
it's a fucking mess.
He's shit. So this week's episode, episode 7, the Quan episode. How recently did you watch it, Mike?
You want to? I literally watched it just before I came on here. I had a couple minutes to like jump on the stream after I finished the episode.
Oh, really? So when I sent you the link, you're probably still watching it.
Yes. When you sent me the link, I was like, I had like 5 minutes left of the episode or something like that. Yeah. Yep.
Well, it's fresh in your mind. What's your raw reaction to this motherfucker?
Dude, this episode, there's nothing going on in it. I don't understand how they can do so little with so much, like such a huge budget. I don't know, man. I'm starting to border on apathy with the show because I can't even get mad at it because it's just garbage. It's just like Quan is not an interesting character. Her range of emotion is almost crying to almost crying and angry. And they think that that's good character development. How many times throughout this series has we've seen her response to anything be, I'm going to get angry and yell at somebody to get my way. And then it never goes her way.
It's a life lesson in that. What? So you're telling me Desert Amazons didn't do it for you in this episode? You didn't appreciate Desert Amazons?
I was like, what the fuck is this? Why do they look like this? It doesn't make any sense. Also, how are they surviving? Madrigal's like, everybody says it's like a desolate shithole of a planet. We've never even seen wildlife in this planet. And they're just like living in tents out in the middle of like wherever. I don't know, man. It's just...
Yeah, with bow and arrows.
With bows and arrows, yeah.
They kind of came across as like wannabe Themyscira.
That's what it felt like, yeah.
Yeah, but it was a bit weird.
Dude, it just doesn't make any sense. And then, I don't know. And of course, the other part of it is, and this is something I think is funny, but they've been doing this a lot recently. They're all, black women. So it's been like all the tribes of like Amazons and all the tribe. Like they did this in The Witcher. The tribe of Amazons are a bunch of women that like live out in the woods. And I'm like, oh, so like anytime you have any like group of people that live out in the woods or live in the desert or anything, they probably are black because, that's what black people do.
What about the fact that Quan uses a plasma grenade? You can just pick up a plasma grenade
and just pick it up and just fucking use it. Same with the fucking assault rifle. So you just pick it up and use it.
Master Cheek's assault rifle. It has the number 117 on the assault rifle because Cheeks left his fucking assault rifle there. No one came back to clean up the elite bodies.
Nope.
No one came to take all the fucking elite weapons laying on the ground.
Nope.
Nothing. They just left everyone there. Except, I don't know if you noticed this, but all the dead humans were gone.
Yes.
Because they hid in the bunker to hide from the explosion. That was the same bunker that one elite rips open and kills everyone inside it.
Murders them all. Yeah, there should have been like a massive pile of gross dead bodies everywhere. Yep. But no.
Oh my God, it was
they probably forgot. Guys, we should give them the benefit of the doubt. They probably just forgot.
They forgot. The UNSC just forgot to come back and just sort out everything there. Yep. And then they killed off Vinsher, whatever his name is, that one character where I've been saying, they might be able to do something with this guy, and they just kill him off.
Yep. The most interesting character in the whole series, besides a raping scientist. Yeah. Yep. And they just killed him. They're just like, whatever. It'll be fine.
Yeah, we've seen one plasma grenade in this whole show, and she knows how to pick it up, turn it on, and stick someone with it. This episode was fucking... I was talking with John Connors in Discord, and he raised a good point. It's like, if someone was to say that Quan's more of a Mary Sue than Rey from Star Wars, that's a respectable take. Yeah. You could argue it, but she's a fucking Mary Sue, man.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, her story hook, just like Rey's, is I get angry and it makes me more powerful. My anger is like the path to my strength.
Fuck
yeah, dude. Oh my God. I know we're gonna get into it, and I have more Quan shit. This just made me hate Quan more as a character.
Yeah, the one episode where they're going, "Hey, this is a Quan heavy episode. Hope you guys like it." You just ended up hating her even more. Yeah. So it actually starts with a flashback of Quan, and she's a fucking bitch from the get-go. So we get a flashback with like the family and all that type of stuff. And it's like half a military meeting and half a family meeting. And you see that one character that was in the first episode for like 5 minutes before he got slaughtered.
Yeah.
And all it is them just being like, "Oh, what are you going to do when the war ends? And, what about after the UNSC fucking, if we actually beat the UNSC, then what happens?" And it's just, she just has a fucking sook. That's all Quan does in every episode. Yep. Just have a fucking sook and complain about shit.
Yep. Also, she has hair there, which means at some point she decided, you know what looks like a good hairstyle? This mullet. I'm going to shave my head down and wear a mullet. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking bizarro, man.
Dude, that doesn't make any sense. But yeah, this is the part I was going to say. It's so, like, her dad is leading this group of people. They're obviously hopelessly outgunned and outmatched by the UNSC. They're risking life and limb to fight against this massive, like, evil, according to them, evil, regime. And her response is to talk shit to her dad in front of everybody, yell at him, tell him how fucking wrong he is and how stupid everybody else at the table, and offer no retort or any other possibility or other plan. She just yells at him. And she does it to everybody that she meets. She just talks shit to these people like she has something to say or like she has something to do. And she has nothing to offer.
Even like this guy that he's just joined their army.
Yep.
And he's sitting down with them and they're all like, "Yeah, cool. You're one of us. Welcome." And she's just like putting it on him from the get-go. Like, if you were this guy, you'd be like, actually, you know what? Fuck this shit. And then your dad, who's the general, will be like, "What are you doing, man?" Like Mike just said, we need everyone we can get. And you just made us lose one guy because you were a fucking bitch to him.
Yeah. Why are you treating him like shit? Like, what are you fucking doing with your life, Quan? What have you offered anybody? Nothing.
Even the way she's like staring him down and shit, you're just a shit cunt. And like I think it's her aunt is like trying to be like, why don't you just lighten up a little bit, maybe flirt with him a little bit, you're going to have to get yourself a husband at some stage. But she don't need no man.
Nope.
Except for daddy, because this ends up being I'm sorry, daddy.
Yep. I'm a strong, independent woman, except also never mind. Because dad.
I'm not. Yeah. Oh man, what a fucking...
Dude, she's such a fucking terrible character.
There she is there in the present.
She's an insufferable bitch. And like, I don't mean that to be mean to her character. That is literally what her character has been up till now, is an insufferable bitch. She doesn't do anything. She broke handcuffs with a fucking rock because she was angry. And they're like, "Yeah, that's a thing you can do." I'm like...
Yeah, she smashes the part of the motorbike with a rock and then jumps a Spartan 2. Well, a Spartan 2 that did a runner, but still a Spartan 2, man. Like, he's got his armor. He's had the surgery. He's been trained. Oh, and that's right. Soren has his little side story in this thing as well, which is basically him having a little bit of like a gang feud, which ends up being a lot of nothing as well.
Yep.
But it does have what might be the stupidest scene of the whole episode. So that's going to be something to talk about as well.
So fucking great.
Yeah, so she's gone for a drive to find the desert Amazons. That still trips me out how, like, when she's talking with her aunt's like, "Oh, your dad went and spoke with the desert people." Like, bitch, the whole planet's a desert. Everyone's desert people on this planet.
Yeah, like, what the fuck does that even mean? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a desert person. You're a desert person. All those people walking outside are desert people. It's a fucking desert planet. Everyone's a desert person.
Yeah. Once again, though, that would require them putting thought into what they do and say in this show.
Fucking bizarre. So she goes and discovers the desert people. Okay, Soren. So Soren's having like his meeting. Well, it's more of a party, and this dude here, his name's Squirrel.
Fucking names, dude.
His name's Squirrel. Do you know why they named him Squirrel? So that way, at one stage, he can make a joke about Squirrel finding his nuts.
Yep.
That's the only fucking reason they named him Squirrel.
It's like, you guys want to know something funny? What if we made a character named Squirrel so we can make a nut joke?
Oh my god. Yeah, and then fucking he just gets drunk and starts mouthing off about how Soren's a bit of an asshole and how he wants, a better shot at things. And then starts going, oh, well, you dropped the bounty and all that type of shit. That's all it is, man. Like, it's a wannabe Goodfellas type scene in space. It's just...
Like, the thing is, nobody feels like they're actually having a good time. And they're, like, doing the stereotypical stuff, like just clinking their glasses together and saying, to the good life. Even though everybody looks fucking miserable. And then also, we're told that Soren's supposed to be kind of this, like, ruthless badass like pirate, and he just lets a guy in the middle of his fucking party mouth off and talk shit to him, and his response is to to get in his face and be like, oh well, what if you got to say something, you got to say something. And then the bitch behind him the whole time is like, tell him squirrel, and then like Soren goes like, come on, do something. And she's like, maybe we should just leave. And Soren's like, yeah, you can go, it's fine.
I just saw this as well. By the way, thank you for being here, boys and girls. Hit that thumbs up if you haven't. How has this party seen Halo? I fucking hate this show. This single episode is the most un-Halo thing with the name Halo attached to it ever.
Yeah.
Absolutely ever. If the words Halo did not fucking pop up on the screen, look at this scene right now. If you had no idea what this was and you looked at this right now and someone said, what is this? You wouldn't say Halo.
Nope.
You'd say, is this some new fucking Stargate or some shit? What's going on here? No, that's Halo. You're like, get fucked. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
This is the most un-Halo thing with Halo attached to it that I've ever seen in my life.
Well, and then the thing is, too, this scene is, I think, perfectly encapsulates, if you want to build out the universe, you want to make it bigger and show what else is going on in other parts of the galaxy, like, why does this look like the set is like, the set design. Look at how all the browns and the greens and like the dark like settings or whatever. And then everybody's wearing like shitty knockoff like cosplay versions of like cyberpunk. Like what, like how does this, why do you assume in the future everybody dresses like a fucking peacock? Like look at what fucking Soren is wearing. Like it makes no goddamn sense. I don't know, man. It's just weird. Like, it's just so uninspired. It's like somebody that knew nothing about sci-fi, but like they just went and researched all the sci-fi tropes they could possibly come up with. Like, yeah, let's throw that in there because that's probably what Halo's like in the future.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Out of everything, Paramount, out of everything you could have done another Fall of Reach adaptation. You could have come up with a whole new story that's set between Halo 1 and Halo 2. You didn't even you could have done so fucking much with this. You could have made a good canon Halo story. Instead, you came up with Silver Timeline retarded shit. Now, I've mentioned it before, but I find it so ironic that they announced this show, and then not long after announcing the show, they go, oh, by the way, we have another Troy Denning novel coming out, and we also have a new encyclopedia coming out. It's like instantly they were like, we're gonna have to give the people some real Halo real quick because they're gonna skits out. That Silver Time, the encyclopedia, what I showed off, that fucking thick bitch.
Yeah.
Not a single mention of the words Silver Timeline in that whole fucking thing.
Why would there be? Because it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah.
Like I said before with Star Trek, J.J. Abrams' Star Trek, which is still a shit show too, but at least the first movie explained why there was a separate timeline. Explain that, hey, things are going to be different going forward, but there was such an emphasis on things have to be as close to what it was before, because the thing is, if Master Chief doesn't stop the Covenant and doesn't save the world, those Halo rings get activated and everybody dies. Like, the stakes in the Halo game are clearly laid out. Those Halo rings will kill every fucking person. And then, if we don't activate the Halo rings, the Flood may potentially kill every fucking person. So, like, the stakes just got worse and worse. And this, what are the stakes? What are they worried about?
And like we've mentioned before, we still can't figure out, what's the point of the Human Covenant War in this one if you have a thing called Blessed Ones?
Yep.
And you've got one that's cool with you.
Yep.
So you don't need to wipe out humanity. You could just be focusing all your attention into activating the ring, which will wipe out humanity, coincidentally.
Yep.
And when the fuck did this war start? They can't decide when this war started. They in the first 2-3 episodes, they contradict the dates of the war so fucking much.
Yep.
It's just absolutely retarded. Now here we have Squirrel dressing like fucking. He was in some fucking 80s fucking Tony Montana spin-off show that never fucking happened or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's his girlfriend behind him, and she's kind of being like, yeah, tell him, Squirrel. You tell him, Squirrel. And Squirrel's just going on his fucking. It's not even a good rant. It's just like you should treat me nicer.
Yeah.
And it's just shit.
But I don't believe these guys actually know each other or know anything about each other. That's the thing. It's just so unbelievable that this is nobody looks like they're having a good time either. She's like, come on, let's get back to the party. I'm like, everybody's been like sitting around just like staring at walls this whole time. There's no fucking music. Like, there's barely any music playing. Like, it's just shit, dude. It's so uninspired. The set designer here, it makes no sense. I don't know, man.
It's very budget.
Yes. It feels like a very low budget sci-fi show. Like, and I mean sci-fi like on the Sci-Fi Channel.
SY.
Yes. Yep.
So boy.
Fucked.
Oh yeah, now she discovers the desert Amazons. They all have the same fucking hair.
Oh my god.
What a freeze frame.
What is this supposed to be? I don't understand it, dude. And this is the other thing too. If you're gonna have a female protagonist or whatever, like, you know, at least she looks like a fucking goofy Down syndrome person walking around out here.
Quan!
She doesn't look like she ever really knows what's going on. She always looks like she's on the verge of crying about everything. And then these bitches seem to like know who the fuck she is and are like, oh yeah, hey, welcome and shit. I'm like, you know, but I don't know, man. I'm sorry. I wish I had more clever things to say about this, but there's nothing clever about this show. And they're all like driving around with
smart.
It does. It really fucking does. But it makes no goddamn sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is just a desert Themyscira.
Yep.
That's literally what it is. It's fucking retarded. And her whole thing is like she's pissed off and she's yelling at them. So she goes to track down the desert people, right? And then when she finds them, what's her first reaction? Just fucking scream at them.
Start screaming at them like she does everyone else she meets. Yep.
So why, you know, as stupid as the fucking desert Amazons are from their point of view, why would you care about this chick? She's just walked into your home yelling at you.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you then. Fuck off.
Like Quan sometimes reminds me of like, you know, this is going to be a bigger insult than I mean to, but like it's similar to it. She reminds me a bit of like a Mazza. Like she runs around challenging everybody to a fucking 1v1, but nobody will ever just 1v1 her, so she'll stop. The thing is, Cowman at least put the boots to Mazza. Mazza's been relatively chill after that since then. He kind of he needed to take a second to fix. Like, what if she just ran up on Soren and started running her mouth, and he just backhanded her into a wall?
Oh my god, dude!
But nobody does. They just stand there and let her scream at them, and then they like basically acquiesce to her because it's like they almost don't want to be bothered with it. I don't know, man.
It's like I forgot what the fucking movie was called. But anyway, her whole thing, like the desert Amazons are trying to tell her, oh, you're too pissed off to actually achieve anything. I'm like, yeah, that's true. She's always yelling and screaming, so they've got a point there. But her whole thing is that they're trying to tell her, they're like, look, you're too angry to accomplish any goals. And then her answer to that is just to yell at him and say, I will fight anyone. Yeah. She actually, you know, why don't I have the, sorry, chat. I fucking goofed it. Normally I have the subtitles on for you, so that way we can see little bits of it.
She straight up is like, fucking 1v1 me. I'll 1v1 all of you, you dogs.
Pretty much.
Sunning and Brave Megatron said Kwanzaa.
Mr. Gregory, who's been a member for 2 months as an epic lad. Holy fucking shit. Thank you, sir. He says, haven't watched the series, but why is Master Chief an 80 angry cheek? Space Karen seems annoying. Do you want to know what's so fucked up about what you just said? As bad as she is, she plays a better Chief than Master Cheeks does.
Yeah.
At least she's actually got aggression.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's something to think about.
Thus far, just about any character that we've run into has been a better character.
Chief.
Is a better chief, yeah.
He's and that's, man, I swear that Master Chief's character, he's an original character that they've just slapped the name Chief onto because he acts absolutely nothing like Chief. Not even close, man. Yeah, so here she is being brought into the fucking Tusken Raiders. I mean,
Yep.
Base.
Oh, I missed the white bitch in the back, the old white bitch in the back with the same hair.
Yeah. See, I didn't notice that before because they all have the same fucking hair. They all look the same.
Yep.
White hair in the desert.
Yeah.
Goodness
gracious.
Bit monkey when you think of it. Okay, so this chick here, she's like the queen of the desert Amazons. They have bows and arrows, and they're like they have like, what do you call them? Wheel stones?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, they have like
I'm
wheel
not sure
stones
that's the
going
correct
on in the
term,
background as well.
but yeah.
Yep. Again, if you didn't know this was a Halo show, and I told you this was a Halo show, you'd say fuck off.
Yeah,
but
you'd be like, no, that's not Halo. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Fucking gracious.
Oops. Sorry, just jumped over a little bit. And is this the part where they drug her?
That's coming up. This is the part where she literally fucking screams at all of them, and the leader lady is like, "It's fine, just come with me, please."
Yeah, and she does that whole thing. Look at this part. This part, she's spot on. This part. Why should we tell you? If someone came out to you fucking screaming at you, you'd probably have the same reaction. Yep. Why would I tell you anything? All you're doing is yelling and carrying on in my own fucking home. Yeah. And that's the typical Quan face that you see in 98% of scenes that she's in talking to someone.
Give me what I want or I'm going to scream at you. And they're like, oh, God, fine. Like,
and eventually they tell her to fuck off. But no, they tell her to fuck off. But then when they come and grab her, it's like they never told her to fuck off.
Yes.
There's no like moment where she has to prove herself that she is ready to take the test. It's just fuck off, change my mind, don't fuck off, come back.
Yep.
Hence, more Mary Sue stuff more going on there.
Yeah, nothing ever goes wrong for fucking Quan, man. Even when it goes wrong, it's not. Oh, yeah.
Vinsher, whatever his name is. This dude here, I like this actor, man. I've never seen him in anything before, but he gives off fucking good villain vibes, man. He's just a bad-looking guy, which is fucking good for him. He is the one character that they've come up with in this show that could have been interesting. And to sound like a broken record, he could have been a Wicked Oni storyline, man. They could have come up with a Wicked Oni storyline where he's a plant from Oni to control the economy around Madrigal, so fuel prices are lower for the UNSC across the board. You know, that you could have done something cool with that.
Yeah.
No. Oni doesn't exist in this timeline. And all he does is just have villain moments where he walks around naked in a bathtub and he's trying to track down a girl. But I don't know who this actor is, but I wouldn't mind looking up some other stuff that he's done.
I'm trying to find him, but I know. So he was in The Dark Knight Rises. He was like a henchman in that movie. He was in Pacific Rim. He was like the crazy scientist in Pacific Rim. He's actually a really cool dude. He's been in a lot of things. He was in Game of Thrones for a little while too. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Who was he in Game of Thrones?
It's been so long since I don't remember his fucking name. Look up his fucking name. He was Carl Tanner. He was only in
Tanner.
4 episodes. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't recall him. Him.
But yeah, I mean, he's a good actor. I think he's a good actor, and I think he's a very good bad guy. He was in The Expanse, which is funny because that's a sci-fi show that's considered like really good sci-fi today.
I never saw that. Is that worth watching?
I've heard it's worth watching. I haven't started it. It's on my list of things to do. But yeah, he's a good actor, and yeah, he could have been a good bad guy, but yeah, they just kind of have him.
He fought Jon Snow, and he was in Torchwood.
Was he in Torchwood too? Damn.
I was a fucking legend. I know who he is. Yep, I was a fucking legend. Yep.
Oh yeah, now I remember that. Damn.
Yep. Awesome. Now it's all.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but no, he's a good bad guy, man.
He is.
He was wasted, completely fucking wasted.
Yeah. Oh, the car looks Go ahead.
He dies in this episode.
Yeah. The car looks so low budget. Yeah, it's like a shitty SUV with like cardboard cutouts put on the side. But like that's futuristic, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so here he is fucking talking about how they got to track down Quan because they still can't track down Quan, and she will appear. All right, now we're back on the rubble, and the squirrel gets in to go whatever he's going to go do. And fucking Soren pops in, and Soren's like, you know what? I was too mean to you. Are you still doing whatever that crazy heist you have planned is? And he's like, yeah, we're going to do that heist, man. And I don't know why the fuck you would tell him that. Wouldn't you give him some bullshit information? Because you're already trying to overthrow him.
Yeah.
And it's very clear that he doesn't like you doing that, and he knows that he's trying to do it, so he's probably going to screw you over at some stage. And the fact that because he is, you know, a fucking Spartan too, even with a gimpy hand, he could still beat the fucking living Christ out of you.
Yeah.
So wouldn't you plan to screw him over in some way instead of giving him your whole fucking plan right off the jump?
Yeah.
And here's the other thing as well. Later in the episode, when he goes to meet Quan, he meets Quan and he's like, I told John Cheeks that I would protect you no matter what, and I made a deal with him. Yeah. And then just fucks off at the end of the episode again.
Fucks off at the end of the episode, even though he promised to keep her safe, and then leaves her in the middle of the fucking desert with like with a water or like barely a water canteen chained to a motorcycle.
Jesus
and like
Christ.
It must not be a very big desert because everybody can seem to like she can come across anybody if she spins any like goes in any direction. I mean, yeah, dude, it's
yep.
Yeah,
well,
I think it was supposed to be a flashback, but it's not very clear that that's what's supposed to be. But either way, that's another
bad at
it's yeah.
Sorry, go on.
No, I was gonna say it doesn't ever seem like it's a flashback. It took me a second to be like, wait, what the fuck? How did he do all of that? I think it's supposed to be a flashback. I could be wrong though. Because
what you mean all of this is a flashback? I didn't get that.
No, I think the whole scene, the party scene was a flashback, I thought.
I didn't get that vibe at all.
Maybe
I know what you're talking about, though, because it seems like he just teleports.
Yeah, because that's the thing. In this show, and they do this a lot, it seems like distance means nothing and time means very little. Like, Master Chief will get in a Pelican and go to a planet, and it's been like half a day. Even though that's not how that works, and it would take much longer. But yeah, I thought it was a flashback because I was like, this makes no sense why this is happening like this. Because you left Quan on a planet after you made a promise to John to keep her safe.
I took it as he just kind of teleported. And not only did he teleport to the planet, he knew instantly where to go look for her. When he was on Madrigal the first time, they never went back to the outpost where that happened. So he shouldn't know where it is.
No.
But he just teleports there.
Yep. He's magic. Dude, it's so...
Oh, man. I'm not going to consume this crap. I'll let Lethal do it so I don't have to. Sorry, Lethal, you have my condolences. Thank you very much. I'd like to take this opportunity to say, shout out Pirate Bay.
Oh, man. Yeah, man. Fuck. It not being a flashback makes it even worse. Like,
yeah, it does, but I didn't get any indication that this was a flashback. I thought this was all happening one event after the other.
I must have missed it. Maybe I just was hoping they did a flashback because it doesn't make any sense. Time and distance and like travel makes no sense because it does. It feels like he teleported. He's just wherever he needs to be whenever he needs to be there.
Yeah, it's very convenient how quickly he gets there. And also, we'll get to it, but he's also manages to go and do a UNSC heist before. Yeah. There's a lot. There's a lot going on there in a very short amount of time. But yes, Squirrel, you're a fucking idiot.
Yes.
Why would you tell him that? Oh, and I did not download this. Just in case. Just in case someone's listening.
No, of course not.
I'll do it again. So the plan is they're going to go steal that a military grade, slip space engine drivers. Now, if you were to think of a spaceship engine, you would think, my God, how big is that fucking thing gonna be, right?
Yeah.
You'd be wrong though, but keep in mind. But just keep that in mind. You know, you think it's a big ass fucking engine.
Yeah.
All right.
Because that's immediately what I thought. Or even if it was a part to an engine, that there are a bunch of big, like, freaking honking things that you put. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But you'll see. You'll see. But I mean, their theory makes sense. You steal that, you can outrun everyone, you know, except for the UNSC, who would have more of them in their own ships.
No.
If you go to like a Ferrari car lot, right? And you steal a Ferrari and you're like, okay, I have the fastest car on the road. What about all the other fucking Ferraris that are in the same car lot?
Yeah. Yep.
That's so stupid. Like, this is stupid ass logic.
Yes. We can outrun anybody, dude.
Except for them, who we got it from, who have thousands more of them.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So here we have Quan, who's been accepted into the desert Amazon tribe, and she's gonna get high, so high. Their answer to everything is to get high in this society.
Yep. They're like, man, I'm having a rough go. I need to be a better warrior. They're like, just go get high, man.
Yeah. Yep. So they give her a drink. They spike her drink. And Quan's like, I am not afraid. And then just necks the whole thing. And then, okay, she's having a trip out. So she's on the hallucinogenics. She's doing a Linden.
Yep. I will say this. This is a positive for me. Just a minor thing. Master Chief is in his armor, and he's not fucking talking.
Shit you not, man. I thought the same thing. I thought, oh my God, the one time we're going to see Cheeks not take off his helmet and not talk the whole episode is going to be the episode where he's not actually there. But he takes off his fucking helmet even in the fucking trip out.
Yep. And his fucking armor.
Oh my God.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, cool. Chief not talking and, you know, walking around in his armor. But
nah, not even in a trip out that's not really happening can he not do that.
Yeah. I was like, how fucking dare you?
Shout out to Nerium. She does fantastic work, and she is also an amazing artist. Anything Nerium does, I am more than happy to promote and plug. But big ups, Nerium. Hope you've been well, sweetheart. Yeah, all right. So Quan, she wakes up and she's back on the Pelican that was in the first episode, which, again, I'm not going to retread my thoughts on the first episode's Pelican scene, which makes no sense within itself. Yep. So, yeah, here we have Cheeks. They land at Madrigal, and she kind of just follows her out. Because remember, this isn't actually happening. This is a trip out. And this, holy shit, this stood out to me when I watched it as well. Does that look weird to you? Like, it's almost like the background's, obviously it's not really there, but it just looked weird.
Yeah, like shitty CGI. Like they put no effort into this. Yeah. Because they blew their budget on coke and hookers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
that's what it feels like. Is they're like, you know what? We got this $90 million. Let's use most of it on coke and hookers. And then they're like, bro, we actually got to make this show. And they're like, oh shit, yeah, fuck, let's do it.
So we gave you all this money to write the show. Can we see the script? Yeah, we kind of took all that money and put it on coke and hookers. So I wrote this overnight. Sold.
Yeah. And they're like, we'll do it.
We'll do it. I'm in. You son of a bitch. Genius. Oh, now Ref comes back. Remember that Jackal character, Ref, and how in episode 3 they turned him into a black tweaker? Yeah. You want to talk about race swaps? How about changing the literal fucking race of a character from Jackal to human?
To human.
This might be the one race swap to out race swap all race swaps. Literally changed. Not even fucking a Jackal anymore.
Nope. And then they made him a fucking black tweaker with like shitty teeth. Yeah, you're like, well, why was that your idea of like, hey, listen, representation? And if they were like, well, we don't want to have a Jackal, well, that's still shitty. You have $90 million. You could have done that. You could have.
If you didn't spend all the money on coke and hookers, you'd actually be able to have a Jackal character. But here's the thing: if they came out and said we spent all the money on coke and hookers, I could respect the honesty.
Yeah, well, hell, you did a lot with the little bit that you had left, at least, and you were honest about coke and hookers. Yep.
Am I late for the free crack giveaway?
Oh shit.
She isn't lit properly, so she just disappears into the background. Yeah, it's like she doesn't have an outline around her or something. Yeah. That's it.
It's just once again, poor cinematography, poor set design, it's bad.
There's just no dubs across the board here. Oh yes, you are Quan. I am Black Tweaker that was supposed to be a jackal.
Yep.
So basically, they bring her in, and they're like, "All right, you ever seen Gladiators? Because you're about to have some fucking gladiator moment. You got a 1v1 cheeks.
Yep. Good luck.
Good luck, motherfucker." And I don't know, man. I'm like, are they trying to show us what did you make of this whole thing before I go?
I don't understand what the purpose was. What is she supposed to like learn from this situation?
That's what I thought too. Like, are we gonna learn that a chain isn't gonna damage his armor in the slightest? No fucking shit.
Yeah. Duh. And then you would think, okay, cool, a chain. And then maybe she gets more powerful in her own mind. She figures out fighting Chief is the right answer. No, she just keeps going at him. It's like a Groundhog's Day where you keep dying to Master Cheeks, because like you won't stop attacking a guy with weapons that don't hurt him. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, the first time they fight, again, in the trip out scene, she runs at him with a chain. Does absolutely nothing to him, and he kills her. No shit.
What? And why a chain?
And why
like,
a chain?
They were like, you know what? We have bows and arrows and spears and staffs and all this shit. Take this fucking chain we found outside. Like, just use this. Yeah.
All right. And then, he punches her face in. It's a shame we don't actually see him punch her face in. But then she respawns. This time she gets, what does she get this time?
Is that the knife? I think that's the knife.
A knife this time?
I think the knife is the second time, yeah.
Yep.
And she does the whole thing where she's like angry. She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get more mad, and that's gonna beat Master Cheeks." Yep.
Right. Yeah. Yep. So this time she gets a knife, goes at him. Same thing happens. I
do have to admit, it was pretty great watching him like grab her arm and like pick her up and just like 1-inch punch her like.
Yeah. I'm trying to get a free. Look, see, he can't even keep his helmet on even during a fucking scene that's not actually happening.
Yep.
Doesn't she get a gun at one stage?
Yeah, so she stabs him, he kills her, and then the next time she respawns, she grabs some gun off like a holster or something, and it starts like wailing on him with the gun, which does nothing. Like, but it doesn't even make the shields do anything. Like, it's just, yeah. Yep.
And then, I think the whole thing was supposed to be like, you got to accept his help. Like, you already knew that because he went rogue in the first episode to help you, which everyone seems to have forgotten. Everyone at the UNSC seems to have forgotten that he fucking went rogue in the first episode.
Yep, and did not kill somebody that he was given a direct order to kill. They're like, whatever. We'll overlook that. It's just some teenage agent bitch.
Should have been Oni giving that order. But anyway, that's a rant that I've said too many times.
Nope, but you're not wrong. But once again, what does it serve? Like, what purpose does it serve?
Kind of forgot.
Yeah, kind of forgot.
Now, this part.
Yeah.
Okay, I have serious. Is that a fucking monitor?
That's what it looks like.
Because if that's a monitor, I got nothing.
That's certainly what it fucking looks like. And with what we've seen from the show, why wouldn't it be? Yeah.
So, okay. If that's a monitor.
Yep.
Okay, Silver Timeline, I can't think of this logically. I'm going to say that Madrigal is like a lower level of Madrigal, which is like a Forerunner structure, which is going to teleport them to a Halo ring. And as far as we know, we don't know how many, if there even are multiple Halo rings in this universe. We don't fucking know. Maybe there's only the one, which Cheeks and Mackie are kind of fucking on at the moment as we speak.
Yes.
Why would there be a monitor here?
Yeah. Why would they put one here, knowing that their job was to take care of the Halo rings? Yeah. Yeah. Listen, thing is, you can't give them the benefit of the doubt and go, oh, no, they're probably doing something else. they probably don't know exactly what a monitor is or what it does. They probably just have an idea that they exist, and they're like, well, we could put one on this planet. It's the only thing I can figure.
When I watched this episode, like when you look away for like half a second, you're like, wait, what the fuck was that?
Yes.
That was me of this scene. I was like, whoa, was that a monitor?
Yeah, dude. This show fucking sucks, bro.
I don't know. I really don't know where they're going to go with this one.
You know what? I don't think they know where they're going to go with this.
I don't think they know where they're going with this. Two more episodes to go after this one, boys and girls. 2 fucking more.
Yep.
Do you reckon the last episode's going to be like an hour and a half long?
Maybe. I know it's going to probably have a ton of action in it, and then it's going to conclude on some really fucking weird, cliffhanger thing that's probably going to piss off everybody, not just us. That's what I feel like is going to happen.
Do you still think it's going to have a Luke Skywalker moment?
I mean,
with Johnson rocks up.
I can't put it past them. They know that people aren't watching the show. They knew that people were not going to like this show because they were already doing damage control before it came out. So you got to think whatever they're going to put at the end is going to be enough key jangling that they're going to try to trick everybody to come back. They have to. Yeah. God fucking damn it, man.
This freeze frame, though.
Yeah.
And you know what? I still don't think this is the stupidest moment of this episode. There is one more. There's one more. That's pretty munted. So, yeah, she has a vision and she sees like her ancestors like walking towards her. And it's like, great-great-grandfather. And then it's like great-great-grandfather, then great-grandmother and blah, 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 like down the family line. Right till it gets to the dad. And the dad, his whole thing was like, what does he say? We have to protect Madrigal fucking for whatever reason.
Even watching it just recently, I don't fucking remember because I was so checked out. I wasn't paying attention to what he was saying.
This is why he must protect Madrigal. Thank God for subtitles.
Yes.
This is why he must protect Madrigal. And he says something about Cheeks is going to come back and you got to stick with him. He's good. He's good people.
He's good people. Yep.
That motherfucker, you were at war with the UNSC. In the first episode when they talked about Spartans, your people talked about how they were cold-blooded murderers and should not be fucked with or taken lightly. Your people were, I know the word literally is literally overused, but you were literally at war with Master Chief's faction. And now you're telling your own board to trust him.
Yep. You know what? I know you were raised to believe that these people are like evil and the scum of the earth. And, they were coming to kill us with their Spartans. But you can hang out with him.
Didn't he even have a bit of a go at Cheeks in the first episode before they did the nod?
I don't think they didn't like fight. But yeah, he was pissed that there were fucking Spartans there. But he was like, shit, we don't got time. We got to fight the Covenant. This is the other thing I got to point out too. Remember, this is all in her head because she's high.
Yeah.
So what she's hearing here is not some spiritual like thing where somebody's like, oh, I reconnected with my dead family. It's literally her thinking this is what my dad will want me to do. She's not a blessed one. She didn't have a vision from
she will be.
I wouldn't be surprised if she was. But she hasn't touched any of the Forerunner technology. She's just drank some shit out in the middle of the desert.
He turns his back on an elite to shoot Chief. Yeah, I seem to remember him fucking doing something to Chief in the first episode.
Maybe he did.
And then they have a moment where they nod at each other because like Cheeks kills the elite. And then they nod.
Amazing that anybody remembers any of that. I don't fucking remember that. Wow.
Fucking hell.
Dude, it's so fucking bad.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. So why would he be like we're moving on. Oh my god, you're all incredible for being here with us during the fucking whatever the fuck this show is, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm all alone. Wow.
Yep.
Now I never saw Dune and I've never read Dune. I've seen the old one way back when I was a kid. I never saw the new one and I never read this one, but these chicks give me Dune vibes. Is that fair to say?
Oh, like the Bene Gesserit vibes. Yeah, they do. They're not quite the same because the Bene Gesserit are a little bit more like a religious order, but yes, They absolutely do give off like Bene Gesserit, like spiritual vibes. And I'll tell you right now, these writers probably did that on purpose, knowing that Dune was a huge success.
Dune made money. Bring that in somehow.
Yep. How can we make it look like Dune? Yep.
Okay, now we're at the stupidest part. Now we're at the absolute stupidest fucking part.
Which you keep hoping they couldn't keep doing, but they do.
Stop trying to make sense of this. Oh, man. Kill me, Covenant. Pretty much. Unlike Marvel, I think this franchise can be saved. See, my thing with the Halo franchise is on all the paper stuff, like the books coming out are still decent. That if you haven't gotten it, man, the new encyclopedia, I've been shilling it for about a week or so now. It's fucking amazing. It's the best encyclopedia of a franchise to come out in quite so many years. It's fucking awesome, man. Pick that up. Awesome. That is definitely worth it. But this show, this Silver Timeline, can suck AIDS-infested donkey dick that's fucked an Ebola-ridden turtle. Okay, that's my stance on this show. But yeah, get the fucking book, man. The encyclopedia is lit.
Yeah.
But this thing, holy shit! This is the dumbest scene of this whole episode. So they're robbing this UNSC fucking ship. Cool.
Yep.
Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then, they're stealing the fucking slip space engine, which, where is it?
Here it comes.
Oh, yours, boss.
Yep.
Okay, gotta risk it to get the biscuit on this part. Give him the blowtorch. Give the dude that's totally not going to screw you over a blowtorch.
Yep. The guy that hates you. Yeah.
There you go. There's your spaceship engine. It fits in a fucking box.
Yep. Congratulations. It's super compact. Yep.
The fuck?
Not only that, but literally it just looks like a shitty engine part that somebody found and just spray painted silver.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
It's not only is the engine this fucking big, they keep a slip space engine in a box like that.
Yep. You
couldn't think of anything fucking safer?
Nope. No better than that.
Right.
You just could burn the lock off. It's fine.
And as much as I have issues with the plot of the Halo Reach game because it just doesn't fit with the book at all, there's a part, I love the game though. There's a part in the game where they talk about how they're going to destroy a Covenant carrier. And Kat goes, hey, do you remember a few years ago when there was that slip space engine that malfunctioned and blew off the ship off the fucking face of the galaxy? So you know how dangerous these things can be if misused.
Yep. So
you keep it in a fucking box. Uh-huh. And on top of that, why would you use a blowtorch, which could, I don't know, I'm no fucking engineer. I'm certainly no space engineer, but if you were going to burn it with a blowtorch, wouldn't part of your head being like, maybe we shouldn't fucking warm up this engine, this space engine?
No.
Nah, fuck it.
Lethal, you're making too much sense about this.
This is what you said before we went live, Mike. It's like, not only is this shit Halo, this is just shit sci-fi.
Yes. It's the set, like, if what I would like is to be able to say, okay, you know what? This show is gorgeous. Everything looks amazing. The quality is there. The work is there. And the story just really sucks. But that's not it at all. The story is phenomenal, but it doesn't look like Halo or something. But the problem is the quality of the show is poor. The quality of the writing is poor. And I don't necessarily always agree with picking apart a plot, being like, oh, well, there's plot holes that makes it bad. You can sometimes have plot holes or have things that can be easily picked apart, and people be able to overlook it because they're giving you the benefit of the doubt because you're entertained. But it's not, the show's not entertaining. Like, what the fuck is that? What is that set? Like, what is that design? It's a fucking lockbox with a spray painted piece of metal in it. And that's supposed to be their key to like their salvation and being able to outrun everybody is this fucking box with like a padlock on it. Yep. And you know what? This is the thing. If they were so valuable and so useful, they like they said they had like what did they one-armed guard?
Yeah,
Yeah,
defending this thing.
Yep.
Not even like other spaceships following him around as like an escort. Nothing.
Mm-hmm. Nothing. Yep.
On top of just having a monitor, and see that monitor that we saw as well was also on a trip out. So who the fuck?
Well, how would she see a monitor in a trip out? Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't even know what a monitor is.
Nope. And
surprise. Soren screws over a dude named Squirrel who tried to fuck him over.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one message to take away from this scene. Hoes ain't loyal.
Nope. They ain't.
Because they all switched team real quick.
Yeah. Trust no bitch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bitches ain't shit, bro.
Yep.
Isn't it so obvious that he was going to screw him over, though, right from the start?
Yeah.
So
like, you knew somebody was going to get fucked up. Like, and you knew they were going to try to probably turn on Soren, and then he was going to either kill him and fuck him up, or Soren was just going to turn on him and fuck him up. Like, you knew that was the only outcome. They weren't going to be friends at the end of this. His name is fucking Squirrel.
And again, I swear he was only called Squirrel just so they can make the joke. Did Squirrel find his nuts?
I don't have a better argument. Yeah.
And now he has his wife, and his wife's like, hey, that girl that you said you would protect, that you just kind of fucking ditched, the bounty on her's gone triple now. So if you want to go save her, now would be a good time to go save her. And he's all like, by the power of teleportation.
Yep.
Because he gets there real fucking quick. What's this part?
Quick.
Oh, this is when they kidnap the general. Because remember, this fucking chick here. Oops, I've gone too far. This chick here that gets kidnapped is a general.
Yep.
That chick there, that's a general in the magical resistance.
Mm-hmm.
They never stood a fucking chance.
Nope.
So that's your idea of a general? Like, just I know you never judge a book by its cover, but I mean, really? That's the best you can do?
I can judge that book by its cover. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I mean, yeah. You look at Kwan's dad and they go, all right, that's the leader. You're like, yeah, cool. Dude's got a bit of a warrior vibe going for him.
Yep.
Whatever. And this chick's supposed to be number 2.
Mm-hmm.
And it's never explained why she's number 2. Did she fight in some fucking psycho-ass battles that happened years ago? Does she come from a line of generals and they've taught her everything? Was she actually in the UNSC and has military training and, you know, was involved in strategies or shit like that? See, I've just come up with a better idea than them.
It's not hard.
You could have. They just tell you,
yep,
that she's in general, that she's number 2.
Yep. It's fucking terrible. It's munted. It's shit.
It's shit. We need you to say the line. The show sucks.
The show fucking sucks. Literally, I just go on Twitter and that's all I do. I'll go find people talking about the show and I just say, this show sucks. And that gets like a ton of likes because people know the show sucks. There's nothing else to say about it.
It sucks.
Yeah, and people try to argue. The best arguments I have seen from any fucking body, they're either completely diluted. They say, I love this show. It's amazing, which they know isn't true. Or they say, well, it's getting better. If your argument is the show is getting better, that means that the show wasn't good to begin with. So yelling at the people that say the show isn't good is wrong. Because guess what? You just acknowledged the show's quality was poor. And you're saying, well, it's on an upward trajectory. So the argument it's getting better means that we were right in saying it was bad in the first place.
It's pretty bad. Again, this dude here, this Vinsher guy, I like him. I think he was the one, him and rapey scientist guy. Yep. Is as good as it gets. He's just got such a villain persona about it. Like, you look at him, you go, evil cunt. And he plays it well, the whole,
Mazza, shut the fuck up.
See, this is the thing, though. Halo Episode 5, dog shit. But it is the best one so far.
Yeah. It's the best one of the dog shit. Yeah. It's like, hey, look at that. That dog shit looks better than all the other pieces of dog shit I've seen.
Yes.
It's a nice consistency. You can assume by looking at it the dog's probably healthy, but then all the other shit around it is not. Yep.
So he interrogates. So he just says, "Oi, tell me where Quan is." And she goes, "Even if I did know, I wouldn't tell you." And he's all like, "Yeah, cool. You can go now." And then just shoots her in the back, which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Which was kind of cool the way he does this. Yeah. He's a good bad guy. He is a good bad guy. So Quan, and during her trip out, Dad during her trip out says, "Go back to where it all started." So she does. Yep. She goes back to the outpost. Dead elites still just fucking laying there. Say Healy just laying there with their weapons and everything, just laying there. Yep. Okay,
no
cool.
attempt to take bodies to study them, learn anything.
Yeah, even though we see Miranda's laboratory where she's terrible at her job.
Well, we do know that they took at least one elite because they were working on a body earlier in the series.
Yeah.
They took one body. They were like, "Yeah, leave the other ones there." I'm sure that armor and all of that shit probably couldn't be useful to us. We'll just leave it there and let somebody else take it.
It's not like we have like a fucking terrorist organization on that planet that's working to overthrow us. Fuck them.
Yep.
So yeah, she gets told to go back to where it all began. So she does, and then she finds like these like passages and shit, and she starts to read them. But before she can read them, Quan is discovered by Soren, who's just fucking there.
He just knew.
He just teleports.
Yeah, it's really simple. He just knew, Lethal. It's just that easy.
And 2 minutes ago, we saw Quan driving there.
Yeah.
So he managed to come from outer space in a spaceship and get here before she can drive to where she's got to go.
Yes.
And he's never been to this place before. He knows nothing about this place.
It was really far away for her. It was a long drive, and he can go wherever he wants, whenever he wants to. He has a fucked up arm. He's a Spartan. He can get places really fast. He can travel faster than light.
Yeah.
I figured it out. Yep.
It's fucking obvious.
Yep.
He attached the engine to himself.
Oh my God. Hyperspace penis.
Hyperspace penis.
That's what he did. You're goddamn right. That's how he gets around everywhere. He just he put the engine in. He put his dick in the engine, and then he activated it, and he was just there on the planet.
Easiest way to increase your speed is to fuck an engine.
Just a fucking engine. If you have,
did you know Usain Bolt used to fuck 3 Ferrari engines a day at his peak?
That's why he's so fast.
That's why he's so fast. He used to fuck Ferrari engines.
Yep, but here's the problem. He's only doing 3. They're not hyperspace engines.
Yeah, whereas he fucked a hyperspace engine.
He got it figured out.
Soren, you're a genius.
Yep.
Take back everything I said. But that doesn't explain you getting shot and then all of a sudden you're totally fine later. But we've got that coming up.
Well, you know.
So yeah, somehow even with his hyperspace fucking penis, he still knew exactly where this outpost was, and he knew that she would go back to the outpost at this particular time. So
yep,
I don't know. Fuck hyperspace engines seems to be the answer.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, as he's talking to her, he's all like, "Yeah, okay, I told John I'd protect you, even though I'm going to ditch you again at the end of the episode."
Yep.
And Vinsher's men attack, and he gives the whole villain persona type speech and all that type of shit. And their plan is that, okay, we're going to blow up the whole outpost by shooting. How do they describe it? There's like a giant fucking fuel pylon that's just in the middle of this whole outpost, which they've been living in before it was attacked by the Covenant. They were just living in there this whole time.
Yep. There was obviously no worry that could accidentally catch on fire and blow up and kill everyone.
Not at one stage did someone go, "So you're fucking telling me this thing can blow up relatively easily?"
Yeah.
And we're all just going to live here. Not only are we going to live here, we're going to set up our entire military operations here.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But one bullet could kill us.
Yeah.
Hopefully no elite Spartan soldier from miles away with a sniper rifle doesn't shoot that and blow up the whole thing and kill us all.
Yeah.
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 They wouldn't do that, though.
No, would never happen. Would never happen.
Yep.
And the fact that she knows this as well, and she knows how easy it is to blow up. So she's an engineer now, I guess.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, that's their plan. They got to shoot the thing to blow it up, and they're going to kill everyone, and they're going to hide in the bunker for the explosion. And then as they're about to do it, they're like, "Oh fuck, the thing's jammed. I got to go manually open it myself." And then Soren's like, "Okay, cool. I'll hold off everybody while you crawl through the tunnels and do what you got to do, and then I'll shoot the thing, and then we'll run into the bunker together." Schreiber, and they all say it together.
Yep.
And Soren finds a whole bunch of money as well, but we'll
I will say real quick too. This is why I really like Vinsher as a villain, because up till now everybody always gets enough time to talk about every fucking thing in the world, and here they're talking and stuff, and his guys just start shooting them. Like they don't even give him a chance to keep having dialogue. Like, oh fuck those guys, and they just start shooting the place up. And I was like, well, at least he's got something figured out.
Based on Vinsher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is it where they start shooting at everyone. Then he has his little fucking badass fight moment. This kill was pretty cool. Credit where credit's due. I did like this neck snap. Just Spartan strength, just grabbed him, went crack.
Yep.
I'm like, yep, that was cool. I did like that. I did like that.
But then he basically goes like full like Destiny or like actual Halo, and just starts like no scoping people. He just is like shooting from the hip, and he's dropping everybody. Like one shot, he's just like bang, 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 and like everybody just fucking dies when he fires his gun. Yeah.
Oh, and of course Quan can drop motherfuckers as well. Have I skipped the part where she blows someone up? It's this guy. She blows up this guy, I reckon.
Yeah.
Y'all got to see this shit. You will not fucking believe what I'm about to show you. No, it's not that. She just headbutts. Soren shoots him.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I thought that was
Soren
the same
shoots
guy.
him.
Well, she shot ship machinery and Master Chief shipping at work. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But I got to find this plasma grenade kill. You're going to freak the fuck out when you see this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is it.
Yep.
Plasma grenade on the ground in the hand of a dead elite, because UNSC didn't come after they sent Spartans in to attack this place to clean up after everything. There's fucking plasma grenades just lying on the ground next to dead Sang Healy.
Yep.
How fucking retarded is that? Okay, so she's being fucked up by this dude. This dude's all like, I think, doesn't this dude actually see her?
I'm not
Maybe
sure.
I got that wrong. But anyway, she picks up the plasma grenade, sticks him with it, because this girl who didn't even know aliens fucking existed at the start of the show can pick up a fucking Sang Healy plasma grenade, know how to activate it, and stick it to she knew it was going to stick to him.
Yes, she knew it was going to stick to him. Yep.
She knew it was going to stick to him. She's never seen aliens before. Vinsher even walks into the outpost and goes, "Oh, so these are the aliens. They're ugly bastards." He says something like that. Even he's surprised to see him.
Yep.
And she's never seen them in her life. In the first episode, they talk about how they're not real. It's just UNSC propaganda. It's all fucking bullshit.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, she knows, one, how to activate this plasma grenade. Never mind the whole fact that it's just lying on the ground next to dead Sang Healy, which is a whole other fucking thing.
Yep.
Right? It's just lying on the ground. She knows how to activate it, and she knows what it does.
Yep.
She knows it's going to stick to him.
Yep. 100%. Imagine if she didn't know what that was and didn't know how it worked, activated it, got it stuck on her own hand, and blew herself up.
Wasn't that in Red vs. Blue?
Yeah, I think it was.
I think it was in Red vs. Blue. It's like,
yeah, it got stuck on his fucking. Yeah. It's amazing. Yeah,
Red vs. Blue is still the greatest Halo show.
Yeah,
even though it gets a bit wonky. But yeah, you watch like the first few seasons of Red vs. Blue, miles beyond this, and ironically, way more lore accurate as well. Even though the whole thing's a fucking joke.
Yep.
Yeah. So she blows up this dude. Now Soren gets shot. I thought he got shot in the neck. Apparently, it was just his collarbone. But point still fucking stands. The bullet hole doesn't. You see how much he's bleeding. All right. And then when he's inside the bunker, he's pretty fucked up.
Yep.
But then at the end of the episode, he's totally fine.
Yeah. Well, he healed. He just needed time for his regeneration to kick in.
Maybe he fucked a med kit. Dude, Soren's full of everything.
He just like pulls out the med kit and he just has sex with it and he's like, I'm good. I'm good to go. That's all I needed.
lemon squeezy. Now, have I skipped over? Okay, yes, this part. We got to talk about this part. Not only is there Covenant bullshit lying on the ground, there's UNSC equipment just lying on the ground.
Yep.
Not any UNSC equipment, though. Not any UNSC equipment. It's got to be something important, though, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Got to have value.
It's got to have value.
Yep. So who could that be? Oh!
Would you look at that?
Of all the pieces of equipment in the entire area, of all the planets, of all of everything that she found, Master Cheeks.
Yep. She found Master Cheeks.
Yep. Asshole 117. Yep.
Yep.
She found it.
On the ground. Yep. It just happens to dust off where the number is.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
I'm out of alcohol.
And really just said that too. It's still got ammo in it. So at some point he just dropped a gun that still had ammo in it on the ground.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You seeing this shit, chat? You seeing this shit?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that happened.
Yep.
Angry Joe also got his 6th copyright claim from CBS over episode 7 review, ripping it apart. Man, they've got it out for you. And the fucked up thing is his manual as well.
Mm-hmm.
His manual claims. So they're deliberately going after him because the show sucks donkey balls.
Yeah.
Seems legit.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, big whoop. Big whoop happens to be Master Cheeks AR on the ground. Wow, you guys complain too much. You're nitpicking. You're just nitpicking. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And keep in mind, the gun was left to an overturned car in episode 1. Oh, no shit. Well, this car ain't overturned here now, so someone's come and flipped the car over.
They're like, I'm going to put this underneath the car just in case Quan comes and finds it.
Gay!
Yeah.
So, yeah. Now, time to have another Mary Sue moment. Seriously, this chick does rival Ray in terms of Mary Sue-ness.
Yep.
Fucking hell. Yeah, so she comes out, guns blazing, saves Soren, who's pretty much that's a cool villain pose.
Mm-hmm.
Look at her go! I should have made that the thumbnail.
Yeah. Big ass mullet. She can, she just arms that whole thing. She's just palming that whole gun, man. Yeah.
She's a badass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that gives her the time. I think she kills a few people with it. That gives Soren his chance to take his shot. And it all blows up. And we lose the most interesting character of the whole fucking show.
Boom. Gone.
Yeah. There he goes. Up in flames.
Yep.
Like this whole show's gone up in flames before it even came out. Oh, yeah. I forgot about this. The desert Amazons are just looking over there being like, that's our Kwan.
Yep. And they live close enough to be able to see that explosion. Yep.
And then it starts raining to give a dramatic effect.
Yeah. Raining on a sunny day. Look at the clouds. Look at the sky. And it just starts pouring. Yep.
Fucking hell. And then we jump over here and he's totally fine. Got shot in the fucking collarbone and he's totally fine now.
Yep.
I told John that I was going to protect you, but I'm going to go now.
Yep, I'm going to leave you on this fucking planet. Deuces. Nobody's going to come for you now that one guy is dead. Certain he doesn't have any henchmen or anybody else that still want to potentially claim that bounty because they haven't been updated on the fact that he fucking died. No, everybody knows now he's dead. The game has been informed that he's dead. Nobody will attack you. I also want to point out the fact real quick because this is something I forgot. During her vision where she sees Master Cheeks, he does take off his fucking helmet. And then the next time you see him, when she goes to see her dad and everything, he's out of his fucking armor completely. So they can't even he can't even stay in his fucking armor for those scenes. You don't even have to have Pablo Schreiber there. Just have some motherfucker in his chief armor. But no. Nope.
I saw Schreiber say this thing. It's like, well, no one's going to sign on to a role like this and not show their face. And everyone's just like, no one? Can't think of one person?
Yeah, Carl Urban did it. And he's a bigger star than you are.
Yeah.
Like, by far.
What about all the people that played fucking Michael Myers and Jason over the years?
Yep.
Never showed their face. And when they do, their faces are always fucked up.
Yep.
Robert Englund, Freddy Krueger. You never saw his face for years. The only time you saw his face is when he was all burnt and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But no one would ever want to take this role and not show their face. I guarantee you there is 1,000 actors out in this world that are putting their hand up saying, I will play Master Cheeks and I don't give a fuck if you don't use my voice or don't show my face.
Yep. Fucking Hugo Weaving in V for Vendetta.
Hugo Weaving is A-list.
Yep.
Legit.
Never see his face.
A-list. He's in the A-list of A-list actors.
Yep.
His name carries a lot of fucking weight. Never see his face.
Nope.
Fucking. Yeah. And that's Soren says, I'm gonna go now. And
well, my favorite part is too, she's like, I'll see you later. You're gonna come back and help me. And he's like, fat chance of that shit. And she's like, no, I'll see you later. And he's like, God, I hope not. But then, as we started the episode, this stream with, he's been announced to come back. Pablo Schreiber's like, oh yeah, he'll be there. We'll see him again. So even when he thought he got away, he didn't. Yep. God,
yeah.
Fuck, damn it, dude.
This is one of the worst episodes in the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the worst. I think episode 3 is still the worst. Yeah. That was just fucked.
But it's pretty fucked up.
This one's really, really, really fucking bad. Oh, God.
Quan is the worst character ever.
Quan is garbage.
Yeah.
Legitimately a shit character. I can't even figure out what she's even doing in this story. I still think she's going to go down a Feel for Dharm, Arbiter, light story. And I also think she's going to end up being a blessed one. Because this whole fucking time, Mackie and Cheeks are just, butt fucking on the Halo.
Plowing each other on Halo.
Absolutely screwing each other to their fucking eyes rolling to the back of their own heads.
Yep.
So yeah, she's still going to end up on the Halo ring. We have 2 episodes left to go. My prediction, next episode, battle episode. It'll either be a battle episode or it will be gearing up to a battle episode. And then the last episode will just probably be like one big battle and they're going to end up at a Halo ring.
Yeah.
And I still think there's a high chance of a Luke Skywalker moment. And I probably, if I had to bet money, I'm going to say Johnson.
Yeah. It would make a lot of sense. Oh, I haven't even watched the trailer or the promo yet for.
I haven't either. Do you want to do it?
Yeah. Let's do it.
So let me get it right now.
It's called Allegiance. Oh God.
Halo episode 8, right? Yeah, 8.
Yep.
Preview. Look at the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Boss Hog says Mike is scared of strong women. Yeah, sure. Whatever you say, Boss Hog.
Which one's worse? They're both fucked.
Well, at least there's sex in the implied sex in that one.
We can't do anything without John. And he has turned his back on us.
The Halo. Why did the Covenant want it so bad?
Why did the Covenant want the Halo?
Where's the fucking Halo? Yeah.
This prophecy, propelling all of those who are worthy under great.
Dude.
Why do the high prophets look like they should be in the Dark Crystal?
Yeah.
I'm not shitting on Dark Crystal, but why the fuck do the prophets look like they should be in Dark Crystal?
Even the set looks like it should be in the Dark Crystal. Like, that doesn't look anything like wow. Yeah. God,
oh my
dude.
Fucking God.
God damn it.
Journey.
Did she just say great journey?
On a great journey.
Yep.
Orbital defenses were wiped out immediately. The search for survivors.
They're going to Mustafar. Darth Vader's going to come fuck them up.
Yeah. Greatest crossover in history.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gun.
McKee can show us where they are. She was turned against us, but she is us, Captain.
I could save her.
Yeah.
I could try to.
I promise. I can change her. I promise. It's not her naked body. It's that I can change her. Yeah.
Master Cheeks, did you have sex with this woman? Yes.
Yeah. But that doesn't matter. I can think clearly. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Chief, people don't just manually override decades of indoctrination.
This is why you don't lie to Spartans in actual Halo lore.
I
Because
love
lines like that.
I fucking love it. He just said that. You can't just magically get over all the years of indoctrination. He's like, I took the pill out of my ass.
I took the pill out of my ass.
Yeah.
You fucking cunt. I took the pill out of my ass. Of course I can.
Yeah. Bitch, you
It's
don't
not
know
like-
me.
It's not like actual Halo lore went out of its way to address this point because this is clearly something that would actually fucking happen in that universe.
Yep.
It's almost like the writers were like, well, I don't think this would work. So we got to come up with something here.
Yeah. They're like, she showed me her boobies and I took that pill out, so I'm really horny, but I can think clearly.
That's what he's got to do. Just whisper in his ear. I took the pill out.
Yep.
Alfred. I mean, Cortana.
Yeah.
I did.
He fucking did it. He fucking said it.
All this time fucking roasting it. He just did it for us.
He just fucking did it. And not only that, but he did it in the middle of like a room of like soldiers and stuff. Yeah.
Oh my God. We didn't even need to do all that shit. He just did it for us.
Well, my favorite part is too, this is like he looks shocked. What do you look shocked? It's been very apparent for weeks now that Chief is not acting normal. What did you think happened? He just fucking decided to act goofy one day. He needed his pill. Yeah, go ahead.
Cheeks went up to him and was like, "Hey, I think there's some fuckery going on, and I know Halsey's involved." And then Jacob, race swap Jacob was like, "I'll look into it personally." So why the fuck would you say that to him when Cheeks has told you to your face that he's very suspicious of everything at the moment?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Signal the Spartans.
What about Master Chief? Why isn't he here?
He can
The toilet seat.
no longer be trusted to stay on mission.
This is dirty business, all of it.
They need us, Cortana, to save them from themselves.
Oh my God, dude.
I hope that episode's not an hour long.
Yeah, me too.
Every time I click on the episode to watch it, the first thing I check is, all right, how long is this?
Yeah. Same.
Like, it's at the point when I watched Halo 5, I saw it was 40 minutes. I was like, oh, yes!
Yeah. You're like, not as long. Oh, thank God. God.
Oh, wow.
So bad.
That was actually kind of funny, though.
Yeah. That we were making jokes about it, and then it was actually a thing. Yep.
Oh, man.
I did. And it's like, oh.
Oh, man.
This show fucking sucks.
This is so bad. It's so fucking bad. Oh, all right. Well, what do you rate the episode that we just watched?
2 out of 17.
2 out of 17? Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
It gets a point for what does it get 2 points for?
I gave it a point because Master Chief was in his armor again, and for what's his name? The fucking guy that got killed. Vinsher or
Vinsher.
Vinsher being based as fuck.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 2 as well. 1 for Vinsher and 1 for fucking space engines.
Having sex with space engines, yeah.
I think more people should be having sex with space engines.
Yeah.
If any of you in the chat work at NASA, I want you to go fuck a space engine tomorrow and tell me how fast you move afterwards, okay?
Yes. Yep.
Oh man, but yeah. So I think that's everything we're gonna go over for this one. Boss just says 8, just trolling. Next week we'll probably do it at the normal time again. We pushed it back for Mother's Day, so that means we'll probably have the full team next week. That will include Lady G, assuming she hasn't fucking beaten the shit out of someone again.
Yeah,
and then Disparu as well, because that works out as a better time for him. I fuck space engines all the time. Well, that makes sense.
There we go.
Could someone at least dub Master Chief voice from Forward Onto Dawn? I know, right? Dude, Forward Onto Dawn, I've said this for years. That is overhated.
Yes. I don't understand why anybody would would hate that. It's actually pretty fucking good.
Yeah, Forward Onto Dawn got trashed on when it first came in. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Because it wasn't just fucking over the top, hardcore action constantly. I'm like, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I thought it was pretty fucking good too. Yeah. Yep.
And the part where he fights the hunter is wicked in that, man.
Oh yeah, like that's actual Chief stuff that we needed. Yep.
And the way it starts as well with Lasky, I was like, that's a fucking great start.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty fucking good segue. Yep, I thought it was good. I don't understand why everybody
hated so much, man. It was, and it still is to this day, get trashed on.
Yeah,
and unfairly so, I reckon.
I'm like, I'm sorry. Have you seen the other shit that we've been getting? Like,
oh man, I think even people that don't like Forward Unto Dawn will agree that that's like Citizen Kane compared to this show.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
This show's fucking trash, and at least Forward Unto Dawn's canon as well.
Yeah,
it actually matters.
Yeah,
that's the thing. That's the one silver lining to the show is it doesn't matter because it's not canon.
It's fucking silver timeline.
Silver timeline.
God
None of
damn
it
it
fucking matters. But yeah, all right, we're going to start weighing this one down. A bit shorter than normal because we are 2 members down, 2 out of 4. But thank you, Mike, for coming on. I appreciate it. What's coming up in the near future, my friend?
All right, well, tomorrow, as always, if Lethal's not asleep on his carpet, because we just never know. He likes to keep me on my toes about it. It'll be me, Disparu, and Lethal doing rocking Warzone.
Blabs?
I think it's tomorrow. It's not tomorrow. The update's on Wednesday. The big update, the Godzilla update, I think is Wednesday. Yeah. But yeah, we'll be rocking Warzone. I'll be on Twitch probably later tonight. I always got something going on. The biggest thing I really want to push right now, me and Josiah Rises are doing a stream on Saturdays. We're co-hosting it. We have lots of different people on. Ben came back. Ben is on it now. Disparu is on it, and we've been getting a lot of different guest hosts.
Yeah, Jay on.
People. We had Jay on last week. Yep. So this week it's I'll have to post it on Twitter. So because I don't remember who it is off the top of my head, but we have a guest on. So yeah, man. That's what we got going on. So yeah, do that and be sure to subscribe to my boy.
Oh yes, thank you. And that's on Josiah's channel.
Yes, Josiah Rises every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern time.
What about? Oh yeah, there's your Twitch as well. If
Blabs
ain't there, I'm not going. Blabs will be there.
Yeah, Blabs is everywhere.
Blabs
is
can't
always
resist
on
me.
everything. Yeah,
she can't resist me. She'll be there. What about the second channel that you guys made?
Oh, our Epicverse stuff.
Yeah,
our Epicverse channel. All right, so Epicverse is we haven't announced anything yet, but if you want to go subscribe, that way you can be one of the first people to know about it. We got some really, really, really cool projects we're working on that I cannot talk about yet because it's not ready to go. But I promise you, when it's time, you guys will know all about it. It's gonna be off the freaking chain. So, yeah. Yep. And then pretty soon here too, the Epicverse podcast. You can always check that out. We already have episodes of that up, but we're relaunching that probably here at the end of the month. And we'll be ready to go with some new episodes, some cool intro, everything. So, yeah.
Heck yeah. All right. Well, on that note, boys and girls, thank you so much for coming out. My shit's the same as always. Yeah. So we'll see you all next one. Fuck this show.
Ah! Oh, sorry. You probably thought I was a drop bear. No, it's me, Bush Barbie. And today, I'm here to talk to you about dingers. Because like you, this bush has seen a cockatoo. Regardless if you like it deep in the bush or prefer it in the outback, make sure you look after your wombat hole. So many critters can get down there. And believe me, it's enough to make your dango go drier than a dead dingo's donger in the desert, so don't do it. Even if he is a fun guy. Yeah, so by all means go wild. Just make sure you take a moment, in the moment, to use a moment, so you can keep the devil out of your tassie and the jelly out of your box. That's it.